All right. How y'all doing? Greetings. I faked you out by being on time. Deal with it. But y'all are here too, so that's cool. You guys are mostly on time, more on time than me, but I can tell generally people don't get really into the stream until a couple minutes after 12 because I often don't show up until then. That's my fault. Obsolete Optic says we're already pod people. You pay a mortgage, don't you? I guess that makes people pod people. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, yes, we have our, we are taxed and we, have to pay our tithes to the state. On some levels, we are being farmed for our energy, if you will, Matrix style. Guy McPherson at a live chat. Okay. Let's see. That's cool. I don't know. I haven't, like I said earlier, I haven't really kind of gotten away from watching a lot of like climate change channels. Myself, I watch a few things, but I don't know. I watch a few things if they're interesting, but I find that often it's kind of, if somebody has new information for me about climate change, you know, then I'm into it. But I think we all are very well versed in what's going on. And so I try to actually incorporate climate change into the, kind of a different worldview, more of a what's going on politically, economically, socially, where are we headed, and what, how does climate change play a role in that? Like I'm more into that. But it's all good. It's all good. Some people think we're already pod people. I'm going to play you a video that could frighten you. But it was funny though, because, well, I'll play the video. All right, let's start with that since we're already here, right? Right. This is from Gritty is the Way. There's a few posts on this. Let's see. Hold on. First of all, sound. Second of all, visuals. I don't know though. Maybe Guy McPherson has some new information for us all. Maybe I'm missing out. If he has new information, please let me know. Right? Is there a new something? Was there a new wrinkle that has been discovered on the story? But I mean, to me, also, climate change is so visible right now. You know, all you have to do is watch the weather channel or watch what's going on around the world, right? Anyways, this is from Gritty is Away. Didn't even know they were making another Matrix movie.
Facility powered entirely by renewable energy. Ectolife allows infertile couple to conceive a baby and become the true biological parents of their own offspring. It's a perfect solution for women who had their uterus surgically removed due to cancer or other complications. With Ectolife, premature births and C-sections will be a thing of the past. Ectolife is designed to help countries that are suffering from severe population decline, including Japan, Bulgaria, South Korea, and many others. The facility features 75 highly equipped labs.
Hold on, though. I gotta stop it right there. I gotta stop it. And somebody asked in the comments, "What about the depopulation agenda?" I was like, "Yeah. What about that? What about the depopulation agenda? They want to, you know, grow babies in pods because these, countries, westernized countries, first world, whatever you want to call them, developed countries are they have low birth rates. And Elon Musk famously, wasn't that long ago, said, you know what we need to do? We need to have more babies because we're actually facing an economic collapse if the population doesn't stay growing or doesn't stay going. And that actually kind of tells you the reality of it. Now, some people are like, well, they're going to grow slaves. I don't know. Are they? North South says they will only take the top 1% man's seed. Maybe. Yeah, so maybe this is the marketing around it is, well, they're having low birth rates in these countries and that's a problem. And what are we going to do about this? The problem of right? So if you understand already that nature is kind of, or like nature is already solving the problem for us, or our own pollution is solving the problem for us, or our own, or societies, our Western standard of living is solving the problem of depopulation, right? Or overpopulation is what I meant to say. If you understand that's already happening, why would there need to be a depopulation agenda, right? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not saying I know for sure. I just don't. I see these signs. This particular message, and I see other signs. Depopulation is not the agenda. It's, do they not care about people whether they live or die? Right? Are people expendable? Sure. It's always been the case, right? War. We have wars all the time. Wars that are financed and directed and conceived of and right, wars that are done by the wealthy and the powerful, right, at the expense of the poor and the needy, and you know what I mean, the cannon fodder. That's not, it's not a depopulation agenda. It's just that you're expendable. And so are we expendable? Of course. Is there a depopulation agenda? I don't know. I don't think so. Personally, I think it's a little silly, but I think it's silliness. North South says women aren't getting pregnant because men get railroaded in family court. Well, that's it. It's another thing. You know what? Am I wrong in not knowing who Kevin Blanche is? Or do I know who he is and I'm just not remembering? Who is Kevin Blanche? Obsolete Optics says Sunflower Sea Stars collapse 95% since 2013, proving Kevin Blanche's work. Is he a climate scientist? I wonder. Yeah, I mean, I just don't, you know, I don't know. Right, not obsolete optics. Millennials can't afford to have kids. Yeah, there's all these societal there reasons, and I remember reading an article a long time ago about Japan having a very low birth rate, and they were concerns about this, but also don't forget that Tokyo is one of the most populated cities in the world, right? Are they in the top 10? One of the top 10. They have like a massive amount of people in Tokyo, right? I don't know, it's like 20 million or 30 million, or it's just an astronomical number. But right. But in Japan, I guess they have low birth rates, and they were like, "Oh, this is a problem. Why is this happening?" They were saying, "Well, a lot of kids just were disinterested, or a lot of younger people didn't have the ways and the means to have a kid, and they were waiting and they were just disinterested in having children." It just was kind of like, I don't know what word to use. Gauche might be a word to use for it. Like it just was out of fashion to have kids. So there's a number of reasons why people might not be having children, right? There are a number of reasons why there might be pressures on populations. Do we even need a depopulation agenda the way that we're going? I mean, I don't see why. I don't see why you need. Although let's watch the rest of this.
Each state-of-the-art lab can accommodate up to 400 growth pods or artificial wombs. Every pod is designed to replicate the exact conditions that exist inside the mother's uterus. A single building can incubate up to 30,000 lab-grown babies per year. Ectolife allows your baby to develop in an infection-free environment. The pods are made of materials that prevent germs from sticking to their surfaces. Every growth pod features sensors that can monitor your baby's vital signs, including heartbeat, temperature, blood pressure, breathing rate, and oxygen saturation. The artificial intelligence-based system also monitors the physical features of your baby and reports any potential genetic abnormalities. The pods are equipped with a screen that displays real-time data on the developmental progress of your baby. These data are sent directly to your phone so you can track your baby's health from the comfort of your zone.
Your zone.
The app also provides
Not your home, your zone.
of your baby's development. A special section in the app allows you to watch a time lapse of your baby's growth and share it directly with your loved ones. Because babies can
Anyways. Creepy. Are y'all creeped out? Are you creeped out yet? Yeah, I don't, you can have a perfectly, germ-free, virus-free, defect-free baby. If you just have your baby in a pod, it'll be fine. Yeah, that's if that's the future, I don't want it. I don't think a lot of people do want it. That is just, yeah. But what if, what if that is the future of having children? Um, that might be the future of having children. If it becomes impossible to have children, normally what if birth rates just plummet? Oh, what's that movie? I can't remember the lead actor's name or the it'll yeah, I'm totally lost. But there was a movie about, humans could, no more babies could be born. Populations were plummeting, and like it was a dystopian hellscape movie. Oh, I saw you, William. I was going to take your call, but I don't know if that was an accident. Anyways, yeah, totally blanking. I don't know. Clive Owen, thank you. Children of Men, thank you. Okay, thanks, guys. My recall is horrible. Might be too much coffee or something, but yeah, that's a great movie. Children of Men. What if we reach something like that very soon? I can bet. I can assure you, the masters of the universe, the controllers, they gain their power from this particular system that we live in, right? If we actually had, our standard of living go away, or I don't know, maybe they'd find a way to control that anyways. But I mean, they kind of need this system creates a lot of wealth for the people in charge. So I don't understand how it works when you take away all those wealth machines. And I don't see really people ending those wealth machines anytime soon, right? You can kick farmers off the land in Netherlands, but you're not about to shut down an airport or an airline. Nobody is talking about that. Nobody's talking about no governments of the world or anybody is saying, we should probably end air travel or chop it down by 50%. Nobody is even mentioning that. Why? Because it's a big part of how we operate on the planet. And nobody wants to stop the way we operate on the planet. Not for real. So again, maybe I'm wrong, but I think that the depopulation agenda thing is ridiculous. It's completely ridiculous. And I might be terribly, terribly wrong, but nobody's talking about stopping the things that are wrecking the planet. And nobody wants to stop the things that give everybody all the money. They're not really about that. They're about, greenwashing our current way of life. Making it like, oh, well, we could just eco-size everything. That's what they want to do. That's the plan. That's the thing that's going forward. That's real. I'm right because that's reality, right? Like, I'm absolutely right because that is reality. That's actually what's going on. That's what's going forward. They want to eco-wash everything and sell everybody electric cars and, energy efficient stoves and, solar panels and, right. They want to keep the whole thing going, but maybe just shine it up a bit. Just, tweak the knobs, right? That's what they're doing. So there is no depopulation agenda if that's what they're doing. They're continuing to, they want to, create a new green, fourth industrial, whatever it might be, green revolution, so they can continue to sell people the things that they, there's a lot of there's a lot of holes in what they're doing anyway, so whatever. And it's all none of it is going to work anyways. None of it's going to work anyways, right? People, a whole lot of issues with what's going on. Even if that's the plan, even if the WEF plan, is what's going on, if they're trying to lock everybody in zones, in smart city zones and stuff, there's a lot of holes in that plan. Because how do you keep everything going? How do you actually get people to really want to get into this thing? I can imagine, probably a majority of people don't want to have their babies in pods. I can imagine the majority of people don't really want to be on vaccine passports or digital ID passports. Like, really, Seriously, you know, a lot of people are going to have issues with that, and it's just not really going to go the way they think they're going to go. It's going to go. So I don't know. Who knows? And all of it doesn't really matter because when, climate change actually really kicks in and starts kicking butt, none of it's going to matter. Like none of it's going to, everything's going to fall apart in a way that the people in charge can't control, think they might control, but are not going to control. So, moot point. Kevin Blanch is more than a climate scientist. He's the greatest activist, artist, PhD in human history. Wow. Okay. I don't know. I know who this person is. A walking, talking encyclopedia and a living, breathing miracle who led the Million Mask March. I don't know. I don't know who this person is. Okay. Maybe I should. If you say so, obsolete optics. Is he on Twitter? Is he on weed? I can remember. I can't remember much, but I can remember the name. You guys know what that line is from? Have you ever looked at the moon on weed? What line is that from? That's a funny movie. All right, I'll have to check out. I can't really get into Kevin Blanch right now, but I'll check him out. All right, we are live on Rockfin. Lots of people on Rockfin. Hello, Rockfinners. William Moy says, mask Nazi podbot cretins took over the food co-op closest to me. Oh no. Another story today that they have successfully created a fusion event. Okay. I'll take a call, William. How you doing?
Hey, whoop. Kev, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, I was just going to put, okay, in the live chat, I got links, right?
Yes.
Okay, during the Pfizer trials, it showed that out of 281 women, 280 had birth defects and miscarriages. You can check that out. That's an expose article. That's the latest one. I was going to add a description, but I wanted to respond to you taking my call.
Hold on 1 second. I want to talk about this, but just remember I'm on YouTube.
Well, you were talking about depopulation. Okay.
Yeah. I'm kind of skirting around it, but I didn't really want to go.
Okay. All right. So can you take my call later?
You want to call? You want to call back in a little bit because I might jump off of YouTube and talk about that kind of stuff. Yeah.
All right. Can we talk about the WEF earlier in the thread? Check that out. We'll talk about it all later. You think?
Yep. Sounds good. Yeah. No, I want to hear your thoughts on it.
Thank you.
Okay. Cool.
All right. Bye.
Bye. All right. We will take William's call later and we'll talk about that. Real quick. Let me check the coffees. Buymeacoffee.com/BlackBearNews is a good way to support the channel. I don't have any coffees yet as of today. You can also tip me on Rockfin. That's a good way to support the channel. You can, if you so wish, give me a super chat on YouTube. Yeah, those are good ways to support the channel. Half baked. Yes, you got it. John Stewart said that in Half Baked. Let's see. Oh, so I wanted to let you guys know you're all here, or most people are here. Some people are here. This week is really. I already told you that this week is going to be crazy, but I just have to Probably will have to say that I'm not going to do any shows until next Monday. I know that's a long time to be off. I may pop in if I get a chance this week. Maybe, in the next couple of days I might pop in and do a show if there's really something important I need to talk about. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna have to kind of take the week off because there's like way too much going on in life, and I just demands my attention. So today's show will probably be the last for about a week, and I'll most likely be back next Monday. Trust me, I like to do the shows, and I like to do them every day. I just cannot do them. No, I'm not moving. I just don't really want to like get into what's going on, but there's a lot going on. So yeah, everything is okay. It's just there's a lot going on. So I just have things to do, and I won't be able to put together a show like every day. So, that's how it goes. All right, let's get back into it. Yeah, I usually don't like to take this much time off from the shows. And you guys know, I'm pretty consistent with doing this. Yeah, Fusion again. People are asking about a Fusion event in Rockfin chats. What does it mean? Yeah. Okay. So we will get back to William's question. And we will get into a deeper discussion about that. Quickly, Peter Dine says Germany investing in green hydrogen. Again, this is like I just was talking about the greenwashing, the green sheen over, continuing industrial civilization as we know it, right? Trying to kind of just move the pieces around on the chessboard, or in your Lego blocks, just move the pieces around, but there is essentially the same stuff. Germany investing heavily in green hydrogen. It loses 48% of the energy before you even put it in a fuel cell. It also takes 9 tons of water to produce 1 ton of hydrogen. Well, something wrong with that equation, right? It's an energy carrier, not a source, right? Kind of like batteries are energy carriers, not sources, right? And how many resources and how much energy are we going to have to take to create, batteries to hold the energy carrier versus source? It's a very good point that Peter Dines is bringing up. Very good point. It's an energy carrier, not a source. If you don't understand this, send me $10 and I'll send you $1 back. Which is pretty great tweet. So yeah, that's what's going on with the green energy, revolution, for lack of a better word. Kind of on the same. Well, I just hold on. I want to just quickly talk about a few things. Well, we'll get back into the subject of the other things. On carbon, on paper, carbon offsets appear to balance out the company's carbon emissions. This is from Poppy Davis. New satellite analysis reveals what researchers have suspected for years. Forest offsets might not actually be doing much for the climate. Well, yeah. We talk about this all the time. We talk about it all. Satellites detect no real climate benefit from 10 years of forest carbon offsets in California. I think I read an article, much like this, like in the past few months. These carbon offsets are smoke and mirrors. They're, and they're just feel-good stories for people. Oh, well, I'm purchasing carbon offsets. So, cleaning up the planet, bringing you all the products and the goods that you want and you deserve because you worked for them. Right? A battery can be a source. How so? How so, Bella? Maybe I'm wrong. Please explain. Anyways, I'm not even going to read this because I think we understand that this kind of stuff is not going to fix the climate change, and it only allows the destruction of the planet to keep on going. North South says Dane Wigington said a dry cell creates energy from chemical reaction. Oh, okay. All right. I stand corrected. I guess it can be a source. But how much energy goes into the making of the dry cell? Is it, I mean, do you think it's a feasible option? Can a dry cell create enough energy for us to do something or do some things? I don't know. I don't know what all the energy parameters of a dry cell are. I don't hear people talking about that much as like a form of energy, getting energy or doing. That's why I guess I don't know much about it. So I mean, is a dry cell a feasible replacement or option, or I don't know. I need to be educated on this. I feel like I don't. Chemical reaction from electrical input at a loss. John Glad says it still goes dead. Chemical reaction from electrical input at a loss. Iron air batteries are also a source and are looking more environmentally friendly than lithium. Does anybody know about anything about the sand batteries? I hear people talking about the sand batteries being better, being like super batteries and better than. Does anybody know a lot about the sand batteries? I don't know a lot about the sand batteries either. But I hear people saying, well, this is going to do it. This will do it. This will be the trick. We'll get the sand batteries and then all will be rectified. Sand batteries store heat energy. But I just wonder, batteries by definition is a storage device, says Lightning Rod. I mean, I guess that's a hydro dam is a battery. I guess that's where I took my original statement from. Has always been my understanding of a battery is that it is a storage carrier. But if you have something that generates energy, I don't know. And you have inputs, right, into these these as an iron air battery. What kind of inputs does an iron air battery take, right? So does the output outweigh the input? Is, I guess, the basic question. Does the output make the input economically or more importantly, ecologically feasible? Tech nerds working furiously to defy physics, says Poppy. All right. That's my only question is and then to go one further, to the people involved in this chat, to go one further, if there was a super magical battery that did all the cool things and lasted forever, as John Glad says about the iron batteries, would they allow this technology to get out there, right? Because planned obsolescence is a thing. Well, you need to keep on buying they love things that need to be replaced all the time. They love the things that don't last very long or don't work very well or, kind of glitchy. Well, you might need to get a new one, or you might need to get this add-on thing that makes the glitchy thing work better. Like, they love that kind of stuff. If you actually put, something out on the market that was like, 95% functional and last your lifetime, they would be like, oh, hell no. There's no way you're going to sell this on the market. We're going to snatch that from you. Okay. Because that actually negates the whole like selling people stuff thing, right? Well, we can only sell, we can only make so many of these because we're only going to sell so many because they last forever. All right. Thanks, Obsolete Optics. I got a super sticker on YouTube. Thank you so much, Obsolete. Yeah, so all that's very interesting. I don't know. I'm just trying to pick through some things we could talk about today that we have time for. I'm running out of time. So guess what? I'm going to jump off of YouTube now. Everybody, you can hang out on Rockfin. Everybody jump onto Rockfin or call in, and we'll finish the rest of the show. And we'll talk to William. We'll talk about some other things, and then I will see you probably all next week. All right, YouTubers, thank you so much.